tuning in. I'm just, whilst we get underway, just going to log over to our main page, trafficmonsoontv.com, and just to see whether or not we are accurately streaming on that page, because I know obviously there are some people that will use that to tune in. So I'm just going to refresh that page and check that while we're doing this. Bear with me one moment while I do that. There we go. That's just refreshing now as I speak. And fingers crossed, that's all good.
Okay, fantastic.
Clearly it isn't at the moment. So let me just take a quick look at that.
Okay, fantastic. So, welcome.
All right. So I'm going to leave that down there and we'll go back to that in due course. Sharon James, the world #1 leader in Traffic Monsoon as far as females are concerned. How are you, Sharon?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good.
How are you?
I'm really well. I got very wet today. It's like England over here. Obviously, I'm in California, for those of you who don't know, and it's been pouring down.
Oh my goodness me! You know what? We've had the most horrific, the wettest ever since they've been you know, doing all the evidence with all the weather. The wettest has ever been. It's been horrific in the UK, guys. Really bad. Really bad.
I've been keeping up with the news. I've heard about Cumbria and various things like that, which is always seems to be the same every year. It's not good, is it?
No. Anyway, good news though. We're here tonight.
Absolutely. It's been a long time since you and I have been on a hangout, probably a couple of years, which some people might think is a good thing.
Oh, well, no. You know how well we get on.
Absolutely. So for those who are tuning in, apologies for people that maybe have gone into the main page, trafficmonsoontv.com, because it doesn't appear to be streaming on there. So obviously I have a little bit of work still to do on that, but I won't try and resolve that issue today. We didn't invite many people here today because of those possibilities of a few technical glitches. This is our first beta test of our new site, effectively. But what we are here to talk about is Traffic Monsoon. This is probably going to last about 45 minutes, but Sharon is very kindly agreed to jump on. Sharon is my referrer, sponsor, inviter, call her what you may. And we've got an interview that I did with Sharon a short while ago on this channel. So we're not going to probably cover ground that is on there that everybody can watch. So feel free to watch that. It's a great watch, actually, for anybody who wants some inspiration and listening to Sharon and how she's built her business up. But I think what we will do, Sharon, is I know that you've got one of your team that are hopefully going to join us shortly.
Yeah.
What would be really good to know is just a couple of questions I wrote down that I wanted to ask you. And don't worry, it's not putting you in the hot seat, but just in a brief sort of snapshot, can you give us an idea of how long you've been in Traffic Monsoon, what you started with, how you got started, maybe how many referrals that, you know, people that you've shown it to date, what you do each day briefly, and maybe how much money you're making, which is always nice to know if you're prepared to share that with us.
Yeah, no problem at all. I've got nothing to hide. It's a very honest business. It's definitely the best business I've been involved with. But I was fortunate enough to start last year when I heard about it. For me, I think it was, to be honest with you, Imi called me in October. Timing wasn't right for me. And from then on, I'll be honest with you, I started in December, happened to meet up with him. And timing wasn't great. I didn't really have much free money, as to say, or something to actually purchase with. So I kind of started just off as a free member, Lee. I didn't really know what I was getting into. I just knew I'd heard it was very good. So I decided to check it out myself, decided to look further into the business, and realized very quickly that I had something really special in our hands. Then I was fortunate enough to meet Charles, the CEO of the company, in January. And to be honest with you, when I met Charles and asked him the questions that I felt that needed to be answered, it was only then I thought, you know what, he's a genius. He really is a genius, because it really is a one-stop shop, and it's got everything, or it's got something for everybody, really, Lee. So in a nutshell, Lee, I started for free. I learnt the business. I understood the concept of the business, which is really important for anybody that's getting started. Don't just think it's about making money, because there's a lot more to it. And then from then on, I started to refer, because obviously I got quite sharp in the business. And before I knew it, Lee, I was looking at purchasing around £1,000 originally in the end of January. But as time went on, Lee, I referred a few people. I realized very quickly that I didn't have to. So
let me just recap. So what you did, your approach was, for people who are tuning in and looking at this for the first time, you came in, had a free account, did all your due diligence, got to understand what was going on with the company, as you've just very eloquently explained to us. And then you referred it where you're getting 10% of what other people are coming in with, and then ongoing for the life of their account. So you didn't need to buy any packs initially.
No, and it's funny, when I actually referred my first friend on the second day of actually joining the business, because she was also looking for something, I realized very quickly that she made a purchase of $500, so making 10%, I made $50. So I was able to buy my first advertising pack with a company in December. So I mulled along for about 2 or 3 weeks, Lee, on one ad pack. So when you hear about people saying I can only have one ad pack, don't be disalarmed if that's the only thing that you can actually come in with, because don't make the same mistake as me, as actually turning your nose up at one ad pack, because you've got to look at where I am today. So I didn't purchase anything, Lee. I realized very quickly actually the business itself, the model. So I thought, you know what? I know there's a lot of people that will want to get involved, people who want to buy traffic, people who want an income opportunity. So for me, making that first step of referring 2 or 3 people, and again, Lee, I was actually going to purchase. It wasn't the fact that I had no intentions of. It just evolved that way. I actually came to the end of January and realized, oh, actually, I don't have to put any money in. Wow. So that is how I went. So it became quite known in the company that, Sharon James started for free. She's making a decent income. So it evolved from that, Lee, really. I've never looked back. I mean, sorry?
I think it's fascinating because I didn't know that. I'll be totally honest with you. I genuinely didn't know that. I mean, you and I had obviously a lengthy interview the other day, and I think that although it probably isn't the way that we would recommend people to start, because not everybody has got your ability, Sharon, and your network of people that you can share these things with and grow something very rapidly, it is a real eye-opener that if you have got somebody is watching that genuinely doesn't have money at the moment, but has got a large network of people that they can share this with very quickly, what you're basically saying is, you can get up and running. That'll fund your ad packs that we need to buy for $50 each, and you're away.
Yeah. And that is, I mean, you tell me a company that you can actually start for free and not have to pay a monthly fee or anything like that you've got to pay a monthly fee to. So a lot of people, they start for the first month and then they tend to give up. But with this, I mean, we've got something unique here, guys. You can't start. Absolutely, I agree with you, because if I had my time over again, I had borrowed some money off my dad. I'd have said, Dad, just lend me a couple of grand maybe, for me to get started. But hey ho, looking back at it, and when I started, Lee, we didn't have a track record like we've got now. We didn't see I foresee this company to be the way it was. I realized it would grow. I realized that we had something special, but I didn't see. It's really weird, because my goal, Lee, was always to get 300 active ad packs in the business.
Yeah.
And I know for those people who don't know what they are, but believe you me, you will get to know what they are. And you will get very excited to know what they are, and that's all I can say. I remember people saying to me, what are ad packs? And when people find out what they are, they go, I love the ad packs, Yeah. So if you want me
it's quite fun, because obviously I've been involved, 4 months after you badgered me for 8. But I've been involved sort of 4 months now, and I'm at that tipping point where everything suddenly goes, okay, now I can really see what is about to happen, because you start off, I bought 20 ad packs to start with, $1,000. And then, you do what we need to do. And I'm going to mention that, Sharon, it's 5 minutes a day. You go in, you qualify for the company revenue share. by reviewing 10 ads that take 30 seconds each. That's all you have to do every day. Very simple. And it's then about the numbers of ad packs that you have, and you qualify for the revenue share, as I've said. And that's roughly a ratio, don't quote me on this, but around about $1 a day per ad pack that you have. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more.
Oh, correct. Yeah. And looking back, Lee, you know, my goal was always to get 300. It was always my goal. Don't ask me why. It just was my goal. I remember thinking, if I can earn $300 a day and still grow my account and be able to take a weekly wage from this company, then I'm basically a very happy lady. And I soon started.
Now tell us how many. Your goal was 300. How many ad packs have you actually got?
Okay, guys, I've currently got over 7,800 ad packs now, and I am heading for 10,000 because it was weird, because in October it changes very quickly, guys. And when you get involved with this business, let me just let everybody know, Lee, that it does take a week or so, a week or two, to actually get familiarized with the system, how well it works. Even though it's, guys, nobody has to have, as long as you can click a mouse, you can actually view 10 sites a day. So that's the easiest part of the business. I'm not saying the most difficult part of the business. For me, the most intriguing part of the business is what it can do. And I realized very quickly exactly what we had. So I knew, and I had a lot of, you know, I felt very confident with the company. So I actually went ahead and had that passion to build a business, because I knew exactly what we had. So if you're new to the business, don't think, you know, I'm not going to start because I'm not really sure what it is. Just get started and then learn, because trust me, you will enjoy the fact that you did. Don't do what Lee did. Let me tell you.
Don't sit there.
I'm actually going to tell everyone what Lee did.
Great.
I spoke to Lee. Well, I joined the business around December. I didn't really start building anything until January, because I'd met the CEO and one thing another. And then from then, I actually messaged Lee, I think it was around February, March, because sadly, I had a back injury, so I couldn't really speak to anybody for about 4 or 5 weeks. I know that sounds daft, but I genuinely felt quite ill. So I built my business online with my neck to the side and used my fingers, because you can with this business. So I didn't really speak to anybody. So I actually messaged Lee and said to him, Lee, you know, I've got this amazing, not interested, you know, that's what his thing. And then he kind of like, I messaged him again, slowly, and then he kind of like maybe come round a little bit. And then I actually said to him one day, are you for real? Are you seriously not going to get involved in this business? And he said, come on, let's have a serious look at it. He got involved, guys, and he hasn't done much till now, because again, we've got the track record. He wanted to check it out, and he's done everything, you know. But 8 months it took me to get you in this business, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. I mean, I was very busy with other things, and I think we've all probably, maybe, you know, some of you watching may have come from a stance of having your fingers burned before, and there's a lot of online opportunities that don't pan out. So I was looking for a number of things, which I'm not going to bore you with now, but I wanted to check that there was going to be longevity, which we all want. You don't want to put a lot of effort into something and then find it's not there, which I'm delighted to say, you know, I'm very comfortable. I wanted to make sure before I referred it to other people that that alone, and obviously also I'm in the US, so the things are very tight over here. The SEC, FTC, and so on keep a very close eye on things, and I wanted to make sure that they were compliant in the US as they are in the UK, and now pretty much worldwide. And the other thing, which was a clincher for me, Sharon, is that you know, and we'll talk about how this wraps up in a little nutshell, but is an ability to get paid, because so many people have actually been in businesses where they can generate a lot of money and it looks great on a website, but they can't physically get it into their bank account or take it down the high street and spend it. And to have 3 solid payment processors, Solid Trust Pay, Payzer, and PayPal, and now PayPal to such an extent that they've allocated their own account manager to Traffic Monsoon. Yeah. And PayPal are not easy to please, as you know. That was it for me, because for me then it was okay. You know, if PayPal are on board, who are there to protect the consumer primarily rather than the business, and you can get your money out, and maybe we'll log into an account and just see how easy that is within a few seconds straight into your bank account. it was time for me to jump in with both feet.
Absolutely, Lee.
That's my excuse.
Yeah, well, that's his excuse. And do you know what, though? Fair dues, because it doesn't really matter when you actually get started with Traffic Monsoon, because, you know, I mean, we have got around over 2 million affiliates worldwide, but we're talking globally. This is global, this business. So we've got a lot of free affiliates that claim the free cash links, you know, which is, you know, life-changing for people who are in the poorer countries. As we know, $2 a week can actually feed a family, and they can actually have life-changing income just with claiming cash links for free. And it's a great tool for us to use as, you know, traffic source. However,
saw my video on that. Did you, Sharon, that I did this week about, because you and I were talking about it in the interview, and I thought I'll go one stage further and pick a country that I know is poor. Have you seen it?
I haven't actually, sorry, Lee. I've been quite...
Okay, well, no, it's fine. I wasn't trying to trip you up with it, but it was interesting because what I did was we talked about India before and places like that. So yeah. What I did was I did some maths. It's a really interesting video and an exercise for me to do. I sat down and said, okay, if each cash link is worth 1 cent, and I'll skip through this because people can watch the video on this channel and understand it probably clearer than I'm about to explain it. But if it was each one cash link, which is free, you get started in this business for free. You don't need to get a credit card out. There's no monthly subscription. You join, you open a free account, and there is free money, free cash links to go in and click on, which reveal ads. And each time you watch that ad, you get paid a different value. But I did a very quick example, Sharon, which was basically assuming that somebody clicks on 20 cash links a day that are worth 1 cent, which is about average for the cash links. And then I multiplied out through 7 days, and what it equated to was about $1.40 per week, which is not a lot of money for you or I. But what I then did was then ran that through and translated that across to how many rupees. And I may have these numbers slightly wrong, but what I can tell you is it was about 96 rupees in India. So long story short, so I don't bore everybody, what I then did was looked at what 96 rupees would buy you in India. And it was astonishing. It was, you know, you can get a pound of potatoes, pound of tomatoes, pound of rice. You can get bus rides to work. You can get 30 minutes of cell phone use, etc., etc.
Unbelievable.
You think, wow. Now then you multiply that by a month, by a year, and suddenly it is massively life-changing for people. It
is life-changing for the foreign countries, or not the foreign countries, but for the poorer countries. And you know, to me, the driving force behind this business, Lee, is the cash links, because to me, that's Charles's vision. His vision is to get number 7 on the Alenka rankings, and his vision is to provide these cash links for people to come and view, to get the viewers on them, the traffic for the purchase, for the people who are buying them, and also to help everyone to be able to earn a living from free.
Yeah. So, you know, there's a number of ways that you can skin this, and we're talking about cash links and ad packs, which probably won't make a lot of sense to people that aren't in the business. But very simply, what you need to understand is really the key points. This is a business that you can do from anywhere in the world, on your smartphone, on your tablet, on your desktop, on your laptop. As long as you've got a signal, 4G, 3G, Wi-Fi. It takes you 10 minutes a day if you're going to do the reviewing of 10 ads, or if you want to do your cash links, it's going to add 10 minutes to that if you do 20 a day. The cash links are completely free. It's free to join. There's no monthly subscription. And you can log in straight away and start generating income within the first hour. The next most important thing to throw onto this is that you get paid every hour. Your account balance grows on an hourly basis. And you can withdraw once. I think there is a minimum withdrawal amount, something like $50 or so, Sharon, and do correct me.
No, Lee, actually, I know that you're not familiar with that, actually, but it's only $2.
Oh, is it? Great. Okay, that's great to know. I didn't know that.
It starts at 2, and if you withdraw 2, say today, then you have to increase to 3 the following day, and so on up until to $10. So $10 will always be the minimal withdrawal. So that is fantastic. Can you imagine somebody in India to withdraw $10 a week? I mean, I'm serious. They're rich. You know, they're quite wealthy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it was just such a great exercise for me to do, and I didn't realize that. I mean, $2 minimum is great because they can go in, do the cash links, build that up, withdraw the money. And the payment process, I'm not withdrawing anything at the moment, sort of 4 months in, I'm wanting to build my account, which is going really well. But to have an ability to know that at a click of 2 or 3 buttons, the money is instantly in your account. I don't know any business out there like that, Sharon.
No, absolutely not. There isn't. There's no way there's anything that you know that you can actually imagine. If you were opening, I don't know, a hair salon or a shoe shop or anything, it would be. It would probably cost you however much it would cost you to actually purchase the business, get it set up, work really hard, 6 to 7 days a week. Full on, maybe for 12 months, and only then that you'd probably look at taking your wage. So what I want people to realize, Lee, that this is a real business and treat it like one. Don't think these are just figures on the screen, because they're not, because they're life-changing. Going back to the information that you asked me earlier on, or the question I should say was, how much am I turning over? I mean, you imagine, guys, that, I started for free. Yes, have I worked hard? What did I do at the beginning? I worked hard in building a business, and that is referring people, explaining and helping people how the business works, and so on. Do I walk away when people like Lee say no? I just feel very determined and stronger, and thinking I will get Lee in the business, because once he really sees what this business can do, I know eventually he will join. So at the end of the day, Lee, I've worked very hard. However, if I want a day off, Lee, I can have one, because all I have to do is actually view 10 ads a day, which takes me 5 minutes. So over Christmas, did I do anything? No, I chose not to. Did I turn over 12, 13,000 a day? Yes. So how much is my earning these days? I mean, it's hard to say, but generally around, it was 10,000. I think we last spoke not long ago. Then it was 11, 12. I believe, some days I can make up to 13,000. Other days it's 11. I haven't done that figure test for the last few weeks. I just haven't had a chance. I know it sounds daft, but I haven't. But what I do know, I know how many packs I'm buying a day. So it's a lot of packs. Because why am I still repurchasing? Because, at the end of the day, I'm actually keeping my business turning over, and I'm actually growing my business. So the key for me, Lee, is to be able to build my business to a solid income base of $10,000 a day with the ad packs, continue to feed that business, and also refer others, which will actually explode my business in a huge way. What am I aiming for over the next maybe, 6 months? What I wanted to be able to do is actually take £100,000 a month out of this business. Now, I worked out the other day that I'm actually taking out between $1,500 and $2,000 a day out now. Well, that on its own,
which is incredible, because I know you are, Sharon. I've been very fortunate enough to see your accounts and so on, and that's been fantastic for me. For people watching, that's an unbelievable amount of money for some people, for them to comprehend. But what I want to throw in there is that, you decide, if you're thinking about looking at this business for the first time, exactly how much you do want to take out per day. It doesn't have to be the numbers and the effort that Sharon's put into it, and she's put a lot of effort in. If you want to get to where she is, then great. You'll have my support day and night, and that's really what it's about, because the better you do, the better I do, and we'll talk about what I'm doing and in association with Sharon and so on very shortly. But if somebody wants to earn $200-300 a day, or even $50 a day, Sharon,
exactly. Think about it. Think about it. Originally, my goal was always 300 packs. Did I look at 1,000, 2,000? No, I wasn't. I didn't even look that far ahead. It just seems to land on your feet when you're building the business and showing people how it works. The money comes, guys, and it's about just work ethic. But for me, I think anybody looking at this hangout for the first time, do not do what Lee did. Don't hesitate. Get yourself active. Purchase some advertising, because it is life-changing, Lee. I'm talking this. I'm not going to talk about, I'm buying flash cars or anything like that. No, I've had that. I've been there and done that. I'm talking about, it's actually helping me to get debt-free. You're talking seriously debt-free. We're talking looking at paying mortgages off. We're looking at paying my electric, my gas, my mortgages each month. My daughter's got a horse, that's expensive. I pay that. I bought my son a car for Christmas. How many people, and he's only 18, And that's life changing. You know, we're talking thousands of pounds spent on my children for Christmas.
Yeah, and I've seen some of the things, and you thoroughly deserve it. I mean, you know, we've worked together over the years, etc., and I've seen how things have changed for you, and congratulations on that, because I think that's just outstanding, and you know, everybody has their own degree of life changing. What I want to emphasize is, you know, this is so simple. We're not going to go into the mechanics, because there's loads of videos about that on this particular channel that you can take a look at, to show you how easy it is. Start at video 1, go through to 7, and it's in small bite-sized pieces. But you'll be pleased to know, Sharon, that nobody is copying me and not doing anything. I mean, I've sorry about that, my phone is pinging away.
No problem.
I've been obviously showing people. I had my dad start yesterday, who's 80 years of age. I know you know my dad, Sharon.
Yeah.
And he's not brilliant on computers, but I mean, I got him set up yesterday and showed him, you know, a little bit more information on how it takes 10 minutes a day just to do your 10 ads. And you know, he's already hooked. He understands it, knows how. Yeah, there you go. Shout out to Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff.
You know, for him, we've got a different bracket. You know, I'm trying to look at everybody individually. I've said to him, look, what do you want to achieve? And he said, well, look, for me, it would be great if I could get a couple of $1,000s a month as disposable income, would just let me sit very pretty. And I said, okay, him and I together, and it's not because he's my dad. That's the way I am with every team member, as you are with yours, Sharon. But we now work a plan for him to make sure that that's exactly what he's going to achieve. You know, it's very simple.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking back at, you know, your dad mentioned a couple of $1,000 a month. And I think when I've spoken to a lot of people, I ask them, what would you like to earn? And I said, what would help you, you know? And I'm not talking about life-changing, because if you want life-changing income, I mean, and mine's becoming very life-changing, you know, you have to be prepared to get plugged in, get working, and build a business. However, a lot of people are saying about a couple of $1,000 a month, because that to me is life-changing. Imagine £2,000 or $2,000 for people every month. I mean, what can that pay for? It can pay for all your bills.
Yeah.
You know, and that is, you know, the thing is though, what I love about this business, it actually just doesn't do it for me. I'm not the only person that's got this income, Lee. My team affiliates are actually earning life-changing income as well. You know, they're earning life-changing income as well. So it's not just me. It's not just me because I'm at the top of the tree and everything. It's got nothing to do with that. We're all in the same. I feel it's one of the fairest business, because it actually is effort related, because the more affiliates you get on board, you know, Charles pays me 10% for every sale I make. So I'm a happy bunny. So
yeah, let's just expand that, because you're right, and it's something we should dwell on a little bit. I mean, somebody, let's say, Sharon, somebody comes in and joins you, and they buy $1,000 worth of ad packs, of which they're going to have 20, and they're going to get paid $1 a day, roughly, give or take, for each ad pack in revenue share. So that would effectively mean $20 a day. You get 10% of their initial purchase of $1,000. So instantly, and I know that because obviously that's one of the things I've enjoyed seeing over the last week, so instantly is $100 in your account. Yeah,
of course. So you've got $100 in your account. So what do you do with $100? Well, if you're clever, you will repurchase with that $100, because not only that we can make 10%, guys, but we can also make around 2% a day on that purchase, you know. So why not rebuy some more ad packs, build your more income online? That's it. Build your ad packs to get yourself in a great position. And yours, Lee, you know, I can see that they're growing. So you're actually taking
we've just started, but it's going to be ridiculous. The reason I say that is I say that with complete confidence. I know the business model. And I think when people see what's going on, and it took me a ridiculously long time to do that, but the tools that we're putting in place now to try and help everybody, and as Sharon has built her team, one thing it's shown me is that when you pull everybody through together, and that's really what this is all about, because it's only one level. It's not a multi-level marketing company. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, which I know Sharon is always very, very quick to enforce to people. This is about a single level where it's the daily use. You know, if you have Sky TV or Direct TV, we have over here, they pay you 10% for referring a customer.
It's the same thing.
It's no different. It's exactly the same.
Not
All
at
you're
all.
getting 10%. The difference here is that you're getting 10% for life. So what does that mean? It means as your person that you referred Peter, and Peter is coming with $1,000. You've got 10%, $100 in your account. But as Peter's account grows every single day and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and he keeps buying more ad packs to grow his account, you keep getting your 10% every day for the life of Peter. And that's the big difference.
You know, can you believe this? That 5 active referrals in your business, guys, just 5. Okay, think about this, just 5 active referrals, and they were only buying 1 ad pack a day. You'd make £5,500 a year. I mean, that's unbelievable. That's what you'd make in commissions, you know. It's $5, you know, they'd be buying 1 ad pack a day. So, you know, I've got people buying 1 ad pack a day. I've got people buying 10 a day. I've got people buying 20 a day. I've got people buying a lot more, 50 a day. So 100. So you imagine if somebody's buying, well, okay, let's not talk about me. Let's talk about my sponsor. I'm probably buying around, say, 200 ad packs a day, just for argument's sake. It may be more, guys, but just say I am. 200 ad packs. Okay, so it's 200 ad packs. So that's 2 5s are 10. So Imi is making 1,000. Am I right in that? $1,000 a day?
No, it's more than that. If you're doing 200, so 100 is $5,000. So 200,
yes.
200 will be 10. You're right. 10%. He'd be getting $1,000.
1,000. So thank God. So it's 1,000. Okay, I've got that right. My maths isn't brilliant, but $1,000. So yeah, imagine $1,000 just from me alone. Nobody else. He's got a huge team and he's doing an amazing job. Amazing stuff in me. I'm a little fish really compared to him, but imagine he's making $1,000 from me alone. Now, hang on, that's for 1 day. So let's talk about 30 days. That's 30,000 just from me alone.
Just from your purchases a day.
And by the way, when Imi signed me up, he knew I was a free member. Do you think he turned his nose at me? He knew that if I got this, that I would run with it.
Yeah.
So Imi's making 30 grand a month from me alone. That's going to give you. So okay, then let's look for 5 people. 5 people doing the same. I mean, hello.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy, and that's that's the beautiful thing about the online world, Sharon. You never know who it is that's coming into the business, and let's just talk about that for a moment. I don't know whether Gemma's going to be able to join us. Maybe she's struggling with the link. I mean, if you're welcome to try and reach out to her, Sharon, while I'll just explain this. Some people watching this may be wondering, what do they do, who do they join, and so on. First of all, if you join Traffic Monsoon, you've opened a free account and your sponsor is Traffic Monsoon, do contact me. Ask to join our team here, because what we're wanting to try and make sure is that everybody here has got the tools in whatever way you want to do it to be able to be incredibly successful, whatever that means to you. So if you're an old-fashioned networker or you don't like the online world, but what you'll happily do is you'll go down to the local grocery store and you'll have a chat with somebody there. I've got business cards for you. They're all done, etc. You can have your own little domain name, website, contact numbers, etc. The business cards are all about having 5 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day to generate an income. So if it's just as simple as that, we've got those templates. If it's more complicated and you want to grow things in all different ways, have multiple streams of different forms of marketing going on, we've got that. I've developed a sales funnel. That's basically a mini website, which means that you can give somebody something to look at. It explains the business very simply, and ask them then to contact you after they've opened a free account. And to contact you to then find out the best strategy that's going to work for them to achieve what they want to do. We're going to have Hangout pages, which you'll be able to have yourself, so that you can run your own sort of Google Hangouts and invite your own friends in on a weekly basis to share their experiences. And that's just a few. So there's all sorts of different ways that you can grow this. And obviously, we want to make sure that if you just think about this for the moment, that if what Sharon has done so far has been incredibly successful, and I'm copying a lot of what Sharon's doing, and we're adding some other things to it as well, some automated systems, and if they're working, why would you not want to copy that? And if I can make those available for you, so you haven't got to think about how to do it, you're just going to follow some video tutorials, get it set up, and then have all this running together. You know, that's the difference between maybe earning 50 a week, 500 a week, 5,000 a week. Those numbers are all very achievable with what we're doing. So it really is a team effort to make sure that everybody succeeds, simply because the better you do, the better I do. And the better I do, the better you do, Sharon.
Absolutely. And it's a win-win. You know, you've got to remember, you know, Lee, Charles pays me for every sale I make for life, and he said that to me, you know, and I love the fact, Lee, you know, it's not just about the ad packs, and I think people, when they get to really grips with what we've actually got in our hands here, it really is a one-stop shop, and we've got so many other different products that you can buy, and I can go to a company and sell traffic to them without any ad packs, you know, the sharing of the revenue. They don't need to even be aware of that. They can just buy the traffic. And I actually still make 10% on all of them as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, and you know, I think the cash links are amazing, as we mentioned. And remember, you get 100% matching of the click earned, you know, that they've earned, I earn. So whatever cash link you claim, I earn 100%.
Yeah, and you'll see on this channel, when you look at this, I mean, I spent a long time doing the numbers that we were talking about earlier on, and how it makes a huge difference. You've got to think outside the box with a global business, because what isn't a lot of money to you. But the interesting thing about that, Sharon, is that did full circle, because when you sit and work out, and the actual video on this channel you'll see on there is how to put an extra $7,300 into your Traffic Monsoon business, and that is simply by making sure that you click 20 cash links, if you can, per day that are 1 cent. That's all they are. Not very much. Yeah. We already said it's $1.40 or whatever it is a week. But then all you do is you get anybody that's joining you to do exactly the same thing. See, what a great present that was from my wife. It keeps annoying me when I'm in the middle of a hangout. And what happens is you get 10 people doing it, and it jumps to $73, you know, and so on. And all you need is you get 100 people, and I know that's roughly the numbers of people that you have, Sharon, but 100 people doing their cash links every day, 20 a day, because there is that 100% matching bonus. So if as I'm doing mine, Sharon, every time I make a cent, you make 1 cent as well.
Right.
100 people doing 20 a day is $7,300 extra in your business a year.
Wow.
And it's free, free money.
You know, I have to stop you there for a second, Lee, because I've actually seen a screenshot of a person that's made 40,000 in cash links alone. I mean, it's just life-changing. I mean, the thing is, in the UK, we're quite fortunate. We're not, you know, we would probably turn our nose at it once, since I know a lot of affiliates that actually do the cash links. Personally, I don't do them as many. I keep them there for the other people, really, because I am making a great income, guys. Yeah. So I do the cash links occasionally, because I just go and have a little nosy what's on there. Do I buy the cash links? Oh, yes, I do. I love the cash links. I like to buy and put something back into the system as well. You know, Lee, I don't know whether you wanted me to log in my account. I'm quite happy to do that.
Yeah, just quickly, why don't we do that? We're coming up to sort of 45 minutes in, but if you're happy and you're able to share the screen, that would be fantastic.
Okay, well, I'm actually, just hold on, guys. Okay.
If you want to get logged in, and before you switch over on the sharing the screen, that way nobody's got your information you're logging in with, etc.
Okay, no problem. I'll just log in, guys, and then you can have a. Now, actually, I'm not saying I forgot about the Hangout. I did remember, and then I'd gone and bought some today, and I thought, oh my goodness, I forgot about that. I should have left my account balance, which I normally do if I'm doing a meeting or something. It just kind of like blows people's brains away when they see the account. But I think.
You can see it in history as well, can't you? So it's
yeah, of course. Right. Okay. So here we are. Share screen.
Was Gemma struggling to get on?
No. Sorry, no, not at all. I'm looking.
No,
for
was Gemma struggling to get on?
Yeah, she is. I'm sorry about that.
No problem. We'll catch you next time. Okay, look at that. There we go. Oh, we lost you there. You came and you went.
Okay, hold on. Right, so
I'm going to stop talking, otherwise it will keep coming back to me.
Okay, let me just. I'm looking for the share screen. Okay, just give me a second, guys.
You had it there a moment, Sharon.
Right. Okay, you are screen sharing. Okay. Let's have a look. Can you see that, Lee?
I can.
Okay, so here's the account, guys. We've all got the same. It's just very simple. Just to let you know, these are the advertising packs. These are the little things that we love because we share the revenue. And these are all the products that we can buy, which are fantastic. My advice to anybody is to try them. We've got a tool that's a fantastic traffic rotator. And this is the affiliate side that gives you the information. But as you can see, I've actually got a balance of 3,959. I believe I've already spent over 5,000 today alone. I think more. I could actually.
So that amount, Sharon, and I am going to just cut in there, and that amount that we just see there, 3,000. If you wanted to, you could withdraw that instantly now and put that straight in your account. Am I right?
Yes, I can do. I tend to, as I mentioned to you before, if I throw that into STP, it'll go straight in. But with my PayPal, I'm restricted to 500 because I had to. It's not my main processor. There's like a very high security on the system, Lee, which is really, really clever what Charles has done.
Yeah.
So, you know, as you can see, I've got 7,821 ad packs, which adding these up, that's another, what are we talking? 20, 40, 60, 80 ad packs. So I'm going to probably have over 7,900 ad packs by the time I finish the call. These are the total sharing positions that I've actually had. Believe it or not, I hit 100 active referrals yesterday.
Well done.
Yeah, so commissions earned is here.
Read that out, Sharon.
Okay, so it's 321,699 that I've earned in commissions in sales because Charles pays me 10% for life.
Oh dear.
Which is very exciting. And then these are the earnings from sharing, and this is the total earned that I've had in commissions, in sharing, in cash links. So it's almost at 1 million, guys. So I'm really excited about that. That's going to be tipping 1 million in the next couple of days.
$1 million, Sharon.
I know it's life changing, mate. And then you've got these are what cash links that I've done. But as you can see, I've earned $720 in cash links. Really, that's it's unbelievable because if I would have been a free member and I hadn't referred, I just referred people that were free members, you know, I could have bought my own ad packs for the cash links, Lee. So, you know, this goes all towards my earnings. So we get paid every hour, which is really exciting. I don't know whether you want me to actually withdraw out, Lee.
No, I don't think it's necessary, John. We've got the video on here of people seeing you do that before, and I don't want to have to put you through going into PayPal with security and stuff like that. So that's really kind of you. What would be a good idea is maybe just click and surf one ad, Sharon, if you would, because then people can see exactly how simple that is.
Yeah, I mean, there's your account, and that gives you all your details, guys. You know, you've got your referral links down here, your landing pages. This is your back office. It gives your account balance. These are the wonderful cash links that you've got to go for them, guys. And we can start surfing either here or here. As you can see, I've now got 20 hours, 44 minutes left for me to stay an active member. So all we need to do is surf away here. As we're clicking, an ad will come up. Somebody's obviously advertising this here. So I have to watch that for 20 seconds. Once I've watched that for 20 seconds. What's really odd, but I actually quite like these because we used to have to put numbers in, and Charles actually made it easier for us again to match the pictures. So now we just match them, and it just says, you know, and if I go next, which as you can see, I've already done. I'm just going to do 2 leads just to show everybody how easy it is. Yeah. We've actually done one ad, as you can see. I've done one ad. I've got to do 10. So it's up to me to make sure that I have done 10 ads, and that will add 24 hours on my clock. So say, for instance, you get up in the morning and you do your ads every day, and just say, you know, you might want to have a lie-in on a Saturday morning or something and say to yourself, well, I'm not up at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. We'll do them on a, you know, Friday night. You can do them morning and night. You know, it's up to you. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter when you do the ads, as long as you stay active. You can do them twice a day. You just know all the time that we've got, you know, we've got that kind of time on it, that we've got the access really of it won't affect us at all, you know. So
let me just say, what Sharon's just done in front of you is as complicated as this business gets.
It
yes,
really is.
sort of set up your ad pack, etc. But she's just gone in, she's viewed, there's 10 ads to do. You've got to view each one for 20 seconds, and that's it. So where we get the 10 minutes a day is that's exactly all it takes. Now, obviously, there's a lot more work behind the scenes if you want to be proactive, refer and share this with other people, help them succeed, because that's a whole different thing. And that's a decision that you need to make to decide what you want to get out of it. You can do this completely passively. You don't have to refer anybody, do you, Sharon? You can just get in there. You can open your account for free. You can claim your free cash links. You don't need to put any money in, as we've already said. You
Absolutely.
can buy a few ad packs and then organically grow it by viewing your 10 ads every day. You get the company revenue share. And let me just tell you, if you don't view your 10 ads, which we probably didn't emphasize, you are not entitled to anything in the form of revenue share at all.
On that hour, Lee. It's only an hour.
Right. Or as many hours that you haven't viewed.
You've missed, correct. So everybody panics. I've not done my ads. What happens? You know, well, I lose money. Nobody loses anything. The only thing they lose is time. Well, time is money, because when you look at what kind of income that I'm earning personally, Lee, this is for me personally. When I was first in the business, I did lose the odd hour, you know, and I used to kick myself and think, oh, I shouldn't have lost that. However, when you've got 7,821 ad packs, an hourly sharing is quite high. So,
that's an understatement. I was talking, I'm sorry to cut across, I was talking to somebody else about this the other day, and I said, you know what, let me give you one house tip here, a bit of housekeeping, which I've realized very quickly in that light bulb moment. Let me just make sure that you understand that you've got to be regimented, and you are going to kick yourself big time. And I'm already doing it. If I'm out and about and think, oh no, I've not gone, I'll pull over, I'll get onto my phone, I'll get them done. Yeah. Because when you get to, you know, not necessarily Sharon's size, but even where I am, and I've currently got 50 packs, and I'm going to go for gold, and similarly to Sharon, looking for 10,000 packs. But you suddenly realise that every hour you miss that you're not qualified for revenue share because you haven't viewed those 10 ads that resets your timer for 24 hours is costing you money. Now, Sharon's right, you're not losing money, but you're also not gaining it while you're not qualified. So it's the one tip I've said to everybody, Sharon, just get it in your diary, get an alarm. Yes. If you're doing them at 7 in the morning, set the alarm for 7. Don't miss it, because as your account grows, that's a very expensive mistake.
Honestly, it happened to me, guys. Listen, I'm going to put my hand up. Believe it or not, the hours I miss is unbelievable at times. I miss the odd hour, and I could really kick myself. But what happened to me about 3 weeks ago, I was in Milton Keynes doing a meeting, and what happened was I was actually doing my ads while I was there, because I was showing everybody, and I think somebody came to talk to me. I think I'd done 9 ads, not the 10. So when I drove home, I got home at 1:30 in the morning, and I logged in to go and buy some more, and I went, oh my God, and my ads weren't on. I drove all the way, because normally I know when I'm driving, it's a lovely feeling, guys, because I get in my car every day or whenever it may be and say I've got to go and do a meeting, and I think to myself, oh, it's okay, because I'm actually getting paid to do the meeting, because every hour I make X amount of pounds. I don't even know what it is. It's a few $100s, guys. So it's no fun when you miss 2-3 hours. You're talking over 1,000, you know.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
You'll always get it back, but only at the end.
Yeah, so and I'm worried about it now, and it's a few dollars. You're in a different league at the moment.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm not going to do. Oh, no way am I going to go. Sorry, no way am I going to lose that. So it is exciting stuff. I hear you're going to Vegas, Lee. Is that right?
Yeah, well, I've obviously Traffic Monsoon are going to be doing a major convention for a couple of days, big Vegas sort of seminar, which is at the beginning. Is it the 6th and 7th, I think, Sharon? Is that right?
7th, yeah. I've actually got my ticket because I really want to get out there.
Yeah.
I think we had a trip in Vegas in the past, which was absolutely amazingly, as you remember. So it's going to be exciting because Charles is going to be doing a lot of big overview in Vegas. And I you know, I'm going to actually say this, Lee, because it's not something that we have to brag about, but when people are really skeptical about this business and they're wondering, you know, how real is it? You know, how long's it got? I mean, I have so many people messaging me all the time. How long do you think it's got left? Well, how long is a piece of string? Is it guaranteed? Nothing is guaranteed in life, guys. Come on, be fair with yourself. If you know a business that you can get involved with is guaranteed, well, then, you know, everybody should be in that business. However, what I will say to you, we've got an amazing track record. And I've been fortunate enough, as well as yourself, Lee, you had a contact that actually went to a meeting in the UK on your behalf to actually visually see what the owner, the CEO himself, has got. Now, he doesn't do it to brag. He does it to give us confidence. And what he's actually got is, you know, I can't share, you know, online, you know, on a recorded call, Lee, what we've actually got. But one-to-one, I'm sure, Lee, you could actually give the figures to the guys. But we're talking millions.
Yeah, what Sharon's alluding to is company reserves for the protection of the business going forward, and I'm not going to get into numbers either on here. But happily, you know, on a private call, I'm, you know, I'll give you a better idea. I won't be specific by any means, but that was huge for me. We talked about longevity at the beginning. I needed to know that this has got the legs, you know, for years to come. And who knows? Is that 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? I don't know. But enough for everybody to have a life-changing income that I want to get involved with the business. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it.
No, that's right.
Sharon, we're moving up to the hour mark, so we need to wrap the hanging out. But what I'd like to do is just
Sorry
say
about Gemma. Gemma couldn't make it this evening, guys. One of a little girl was poorly. She's messaged me. Do apologise, Lee.
That's not a problem. We're going to be doing these weekly. There'll be the great thing about Google Hangouts is that they are automatically streamed and recorded onto the channel. You'll see my channel if you're watching it on here at the moment. It's Traffic Monsoon Coach. So you can obviously Google that and find it. If you want to view it back, and unfortunately we've had a technical glitch, but I can assure you by this evening that will be resolved. You can also go to trafficmonsoontv.com. That's trafficmonsoontv.com. And underneath that on that page is a button. You can press that button and that will put you straight through to another video explaining very briefly in a few minutes how the business works. It'll tell you to open a free account by clicking yet another button and then click another one, and you can book a one-to-one call with me. You might think that's not a good thing. You may well be right. But what I promise you is I'll give you as much help as you possibly need to get an understanding of what's going on and to get up and running. If you are on the YouTube page and you don't want to do all of that at the moment, there is a link directly underneath this in the comments, which you can also click on, and that'll take you through exactly the same process. The reason for the one-to-one call with me is I just want to understand what you want to achieve and make sure that we get you set up in the best possible way.
Yeah, absolutely, Lee. And you know, don't delay, guys. But I've just got to share this with you quickly, Lee. I had a lady join me last week, and I tend to, guys, get people signed up as a free member, give them some tools, let them digest it, and let's get a one-to-one call booked with me within a week or so. And that tends to be what I go down, because I don't like giving one-to-one straight away. Sometimes because they haven't seen anything, Lee, they're really, really new. Once they've seen a lot of the stuff themselves, they tend to be able to understand what you're saying. So anyway, I had a chat with her today, and she said, I was going to message you in March, April last year, she said, and I had a look online and I just thought it wasn't, you know, obviously we've got to be careful, guys, because the clever marketers, anything to do with online will be linked to a scam. She said, I mistakenly read something on there and it's the worst thing I ever did, because I never do that, she said, and I was absolutely devastated that I did. So it's really important, guys, that see past that. This is a real company. It's life-changing. It is just changing people's lives all over the world, seriously.
There you have it. Sharon, thank you for giving up your time as always in supporting me and my team. I really do appreciate that.
No problem.
And congratulations, first of all, on your 100 referrals. Congratulations, or pending congratulations, on nearly your first $1 million in commissions. Earnings, I should say, maybe not commissions. So that is a hell of an achievement. And now I'm going to race you to 10,000 ad packs. So,
Oh, wow. He's going to have to pull some things out, guys, isn't he? Because I've only got another 2,000 to go.
yeah, I think I say that a bit tongue in cheek, but I like a challenge.
Let's go for it.
Yeah,
Let's
absolutely.
go for it.
Well, so thanks, guys, for tuning in. We're going to call it a night. And what I wanted to say was we'll be back here. I will be, certainly. Same time next week. We'll have some guests on board. And, you know, we will have chat facilities running. We haven't done that today. This was really the first demo. But next week, we'll be inviting loads of people here where you can ask questions of the panel and get honest answers. So thanks for tuning in, Sharon. Pleasure as always. And
Thanks,
we'll speak very
guys.
soon.
Happy
ya.
clicking. See you
Happy
later.
clicking.
Bye.